from the capital, Gaborone. This is BTV News at 9 o'clock. I am Khomotso Mapani, interpreting in sign languages Amantle Babili. A warm welcome to you. Good evening. Let's take a look at the headlines. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi performs the groundbreaking for Caracal Scientific Laboratory in Kasane. Voter registration for the 2024 general elections starts tomorrow. And in the Premier League, Matebele FC and Orapa United lock horns tomorrow. Despite having made strides in wildlife conservation, Botswana still needs to bring innovative solutions to address wildlife crime. The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, highlighted this, impressing further that Caracal Scientific Laboratory, a research center which will operate from Kasane, will help address this need. The President was speaking this evening at a groundbreaking of the facility in Kasane.
While Botswana is identified as a leader in conservation in the region, there's a significant need to address emerging gaps in the country's ability to fight wildlife crime. The unyielding threats to our wildlife and other habitat call for innovative and proactive measures. This facility will therefore become a critical hub in our collective efforts to protect the precious natural resources bequeathed to us. Critical role in Southern Africa, strengthening capacity to counter wildlife poaching is identified as a priority for both the government and the international community. Therefore, the construction of the Wildlife Forensic Laboratory demonstrates our unwavering commitment to conservation, to justice, and our shared future. Once completed, the facility will be the embodiment of our dedication to ensuring that we preserve the natural resources that are integral to our ecosystem services.
The Wildlife Forensic Center will collect, store, and analyze evidence to support wildlife trafficking cases and will be the premier such center in Southern Africa. On behalf of the United States Embassy and the United States government, we congratulate Virginia Tech, Caracal, and the government on the launch of this center, which is supported in part through a $2.6 million grant awarded by the United States Department of State's Bureau for International Law Enforcement and Narcotics, that's INL. INL plays an important role in the fight against illicit trade in wildlife all over the world, including here in Botswana and in the Kaza region. They do so by building criminal justice sector capacity in partner nations along the entire supply chain. Wildlife trafficking generates billions of dollars in illicit revenue every year. It undermines security, it threatens the rule of law, it spreads diseases, and it destabilizes communities.
Virginia Tech appreciates and supports Botswana's vision as its role in Africa as a leader of conservation, democracy, and sustainable development, and the interaction of all three. We are excited by the opportunity to work with an innovative, forward-looking country with a clear vision for the future and the potential to impact the continent in a positive way. Virginia Tech and Botswana bring complementary strengths, resources, and capabilities together as we pursue a shared goal to create and make a difference in our communities, our countries, and the world.
SADC has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, to restore peace and stability and enable the country to return to political normalcy. This was highlighted at the extraordinary SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government virtual meeting this morning, attended by President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi.
President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, who is in Kasane, participated in this virtual meeting, which deliberated on matters aimed at promoting peace, security, and good governance in the region. In his opening remarks, the SADC Executive Secretary, Mr. Elias Mahosi, said the security situation in the eastern part of the DRC remains a great concern for the region, adding that the resurgence of armed groups, including M23, continues to claim lives of thousands of innocent people, including women, children, and the elderly. He noted that one of the principles spelled out in Article 4 of the SADC Treaty calls for SADC member states to adhere to solidarity, peace and security, additionally calling for engagements to focus on the ongoing efforts to find a long-lasting solution to the security challenges facing the eastern part of the DRC. Furthermore, Mr. Magosi commended all member states for demonstrating their unwavering commitment to supporting peace efforts in the region, notwithstanding financial and other challenges they currently face, says the commitment is testament to the unity that has remained the cornerstone of their collective efforts towards a peaceful and prosperous region. The president of Angola, who is the current chairperson of SADC, and Zambia's president, who chairs the SADC organ on politics, defense and security cooperation, are among those who attended the virtual meeting. The resolutions of the extraordinary SADC Summit of Heads of State and Government will be made in Luanda, Angola on the 4th of November 2023.
The Vice President, Mr. Slamba Tsoane, who's also Member of Parliament for Boteti West, says Botswana should acquaint themselves with the Electoral Act in order to safeguard the peace and tranquility that has been enjoyed in this country for many years. Mr. Slamba Tsoane said this when addressing Khotla meetings in Reikops and Kere. Sabaitsing Taboho.
Botswana is heading to the general elections next year, and to ensure smooth and peaceful electoral process that has prevailed for years, the Vice President, Mr. Slamba Tsoane, implored Botswana to familiarize themselves with the electoral system to safeguard peace and tranquility in the country.
Electoral Act. Me harakala lidiwa mama hatsi haram nale kakishori ya kulang lititi balo gana kana mala hatsi laruna muri wapi zidi tele le zidi kana ritori kudira hala jalo kalaba kalahori kuna ditoko rotero bamela zamesho ya mea ditoko resala morago mela wana ya rona yeita maisanditoko.
Residents shared some of their views with their Member of Parliament.
Is it part of trafficking or what? Jano gore ke transfer ke emele le makala mabedi up to le thakane la o rapa. Yo ke ne ke kopele mo go lona ba IEC gore a re khutsuhatsi. Tshwanelo kana tshwetso ya gore re go ikwadisa dithopo. Ke le ka ile gore ditsabiso ka teng motsadi. A re tsama re ikwadisa dithopo go simola ka di1 go ya makodi headland teng.
The Vice President responded to some of the residents' views.
Matata di transfer la lingtinguri. Kodira wena kana go tin transfer di bullet. Yana ngo ba sa itse ke ma yo batla go transfera ke ma sa itse o sa batle go transfer. A ngo tlo ba officer ra gone ya. O go sena la motho le mongwe hela yo batla go dira di transfer. Me kana hale ha ene wa duelo. Ka madi a puso boroko sengwe le sengwe. So that's why when I will over what out transfer, when I want to routine Gimatapa, I will route my over the transfer. Kauro no healers, Sebaka, Sahoruka, equality, a go to routability. When I will decide that we got a volunteer.
The Vice President also advised Botswana to register to vote, as the voter registration exercise commences tomorrow, the 1st of November, until the 30th of November. Svetsen Teboho, PTV News.
Local authorities and community leaders in Molapolole have been asked to encourage residents to register in large numbers for the national elections during the period of national registration. The call was made by the Member of Parliament for Molapolole South, who is also a Minister for State President, Mr. Kabo Morwang, during a village leadership meeting. Jessica Pilani.
Minister Moraine says the foundation of democracy is through free, fair and peaceful elections. As such, he indicated that it is imperative for all Batswana from the ages of 18 and above to register and exercise their right to vote and ultimately choose a government of their choice.
Re le puso re a le rotloetsa ka gore re seng ka gore Batswana ba ga rona mongwe le mongwe tshwanelo ye e seka ya motlola ba geso mo mahatsheng mangwe kganya go ya go tlhopha le mo gompienong bangwe ba sampe ba ilela gore be go tlhopha rona ka hare theileng puso ya rona ka teng re puso ya rona ke a puso ya batho ka batho e ka se gope ha go sena ditlhopho.
The registration message has been fully accepted by these leaders, and they gave assurance that they will spread the message to the society at large.
Ka gore ba nne ba ne re lebetse o le gore go ikwadisediwa ko kae mme ke re ke leboge mongame
e tle go akgola mo parlamente o senatla o re le kudisa tse tsotlhe tse di ka tsamaiswa mo motseng ka re seo hela nna ba go mo parlamente mme ke go leboga
turo e buanye ha morabane ha le rona ha le ke turo e leng gore re ntse re dira re rotloetsa batho gore ba ikwadise
As general voters registration commences on Wednesday this week, the public has been implored to ensure that they have valid national identity cards in order to register. Jessica Pilani, BTV News, Molepolole.
The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, says it is ready and prepared to conduct the voter registration exercise, which begins tomorrow until the 30th of November 2023. This was revealed by the chairman of the IEC, Justice Barnabas Nyamazabo, calling upon all eligible citizens to partake in the exercise. He said in addition to the over 2,000 polling stations across the country, the Commission has set up 47 stations in different countries to allow Botswana in the diaspora to participate in the exercise. Moving on, the Minister of Youth, Gender, Sports and Culture, Mr. Dumiso Rakare, says he recognizes the efforts brought by social clubs through changing lives of people. He made the remarks when officiating at the 20th anniversary celebration of Mogobagoba Social Club in Tamaga. Lizzie Klaas.
Mogobagoba Social Club was established in the year 2003 in Tamaga village. Their main intention being to socialize during leisure time, especially on Sundays and holidays. These teams are well known as Sunday soccer teams, and they are often associated with social ills like alcohol abuse. But as for Mogobagoba Social Club, they have managed to change the narrative by engaging in corporate social responsibility by giving back to the community.
Ara abelwa ka go lekana me ha re khona nteng ga re itekere le ka go bona gore ka dira yang ne re tsenyetsa mongwe motlakase mo Thamaga o sala getso bogologolo mo nakong ya gampe ne santse ba dirisa dipone tsa parafene le dikendle and re mo go ba go ba be re bona gore go mo ha se ka go tshwanetse go nna ka teng.
Therefore, paramount for one to pursue at some point, look and reflect on what they come from, where they come from, and in their quest to attain and secure a stable, prosperous future.
Minister Rakare commended the club for reaching such a milestone, but advised them to have a strategic plan which will guide and lead the club to prosperity.
Kapetlana ya go teng strategic plan yone kana e re kaela go re batlang go ateng ke yone e reng jano ha re kwala re be re mere le Mogobagoba ga ra tlhamelwa go raga kgwele ya dinao hela ka Sontaga. You know, there's more to this. We have so many responsibilities as a social club. Mme re tshwanetse dilo tse ba gaetsho re be re di dira jaana re itse gore mekwalo e teng, they are documented.
Goba ke a itumela ka gore ke batho ba ba reetsang, ke batho ba ba batlang go ithuta tsa tsamaiso ya kgwele ya dinao ya Sontaga. Nna re ba di bape gore ha re tshameka bolo ya Sontaga ga re mo bolong hela, re mo go tse dingwe tse di tshedisang.
Minister Rakgare advised all social clubs in this village to unite and form football team, which could be more competitive to play in the Premier League, as well as to produce good leaders who could be engaged in Botswana Football Association management. Lizzie Klaas, BTV News, Tamaga.
The Assistant Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Ms. Talita Munnakotla, says it is everyone's responsibility to help fight corruption, as doing so will protect Botswana against the negative effects of corruption and economic crimes. The Assistant Minister said this at the Directorate of Corruption and Economic Crimes DCEC Roadshow campaign in Hukunzi recently. Emmanuel Rapua.
Corruption and economic crimes continues to be a threat to the core stability of any country. Some of the after effects it causes ranges from civil unrest, an increased gap between the rich and poor, and adversely affecting development. It is against this reality that the Directorate of Corruption and Economic Crimes, DCEC, continues with the outreach programs to share valuable information for the public to be role players in thwarting this anomaly.
Le methale ya rona re gagamatse mo go lwantsheng tshenyetso setšhaba, re seka ra lebela ko kwa ha gona le mongwe ga o hile rona ile goreng o dira tshenyetso setšhaba. Ntwa ye ya tshenyetso setšhaba betso re ka e fenya hela ka go itsheka-tsheka mongwe le mongwe wa rona betso.
Iskare khantele re nyamme tsela eo ke 4 million e be le go rutlwa gote tsela eo jaanong ke 10 million. O tsaya madi ona a khansele ona a hilweng kgala ga dinwa ditlhabololo tsa rona e be le gore jaanong ditlhabololo tsa rona ga di tswelele. Diotse ke diotse leng gore re le boeteledipele rotlhe a re di emele ka dinao a re bone gore di ska tsa diragala mo go teng transparency. Jaanong re bone gore a re nneng hatse re bone gore diotse bogolo jang mo dithendareng a re bone gore Motswana mongwe le mongwe le ene o bona sengwe.
Working collaboratively and public education is seen as key to tackle corruption.
Tshenyetso setšhaba ga se gore mo Botswana hela e mo mahatsheng otlhe e mo dikgaolong tsotlhe e me moraheng yotlhe. Ga gona ope yo e le gore ga amiwe ke kgang ye, yaanong go raya gore rotlhe bagaetsho re tsenye seatla mo go lwantsheng kgang ya teng.
Information shared here has empowered all to play an active role in reporting suspicious acts of corruption and economic crimes in order for justice to prevail and to close all possible loopholes aimed at ending corruption. Emmanuel Rapua, BTV News, Hukunzi.
Maung is said to be elevated to a city status during NDP 12. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Lands and Water Affairs, Dr. Kekhonne Baipoledi, shared this during the World Habitat Day commemoration yesterday. The World Habitat Day, celebrated on the first Monday of October, seeks to reflect on the state of human settlement and human habitat, as these have direct impact on the conditions and quality of people's lives. Marangani Samakata.
Cities are identified as drivers of urban growth and recovery and are a direct reflection of development of a particular country. The World Habitat Day, celebrated on the first Monday of the month of October, seeks to reflect on the conditions of state of human settlement and human habitat, as these have direct impact on the conditions and quality of their lives.
Topile Maung
re lebile gone gore maung ga o motsa mo kgaolong e ka kwano ke yone motse o mogolo o e leng gore ga o ne o ka tsosolosa itsholelo tsosoloso eo e ne ka ama metse e mabapi le ko dikgaolong tse di ko kgakala jaanong go thopa maung gompieno go ne go lebaganye thata le one molaetsa wa tsatsi wa ngwaga wa gompieno 2023.
Botswana is making strides on the international agreements to improve human habitat.
Botswana e rile ka ngwaga 2020 wa dira tumalano e bidiwang go Memorandum of Understanding le lone le kgothalela boditšhaba e le gone gore ba kopanele go baakanya tsa bonno le ka ha batho ba tshelang ka teng ka kakaretso mme mo gone tumalano ye re diragatsa jaana mongwe ya tsone e le ka ha re neng re dira mo re go bitsang re re ke togamano ya yone toropo ya Maung Spatial Development Plan e leng gore re dirile ka ngwaga ono wa 2023 ya go hela ka ngwaga wa 2043.
Re solana gore mananeo otlhe a tsa dirwang a tla lemoga gore re eleditse gore motse o tshwana jaaka wa Maung o nne se go teng Green City o nne motse o ilelwang o e leng gore kgolo ya one e tshwanetse gore e babalele tikologo kgolo ya motse o e tshwanetse gore e sireletse botsogo jwa batho kgolo ya motse o e se ka ya babalela ditsatlholego tse di mo go yone.
Stakeholders are urged to be more active in ensuring the state of cities are improved.
It is evident that there is a need for all levels of government, private sectors, civil societies, organizations, communities, and all relevant stakeholders to reflect on how to implement concrete initiatives to ensure adequate and affordable housing in the context of the implementation of the new urban agenda at all levels.
Botswana have been urged to avoid migrating from their villages to major cities as this delays progress of their villages. Maranyane Samakata, BTV News, Maung.
The Assistant Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Ms. Talita Monnakgotla, says the transport sector has potential to boost and grow the country's economy. She said this during the internal roads groundbreaking ceremony in Luhututu and Tshwane. Naomudunwa.
These roads are built through the Constituency Development Fund, which intends to address socio-economic development of the people at the constituency level in order to reduce the clashes of poverty and enhance regional equity. These roads are expected to be completed in a period of 7 months.
Go nna le di-taxi mo Lehututu mo ga o lebelela yone business yone ya transport e na le value chain ka gore go na le wa taxi yo hirile motho go na le go diphatseng go ile gore go hirilwe bana mme be le gore di tsosolosa itsholelo ya motse.
Furthermore, Ms. Monnakgotla urged residents of Tshwane and Lehututu to take part in new Ibelechem program, which intends to empower and impart essential skills, and that there will be certificates upon completion, assuring them that the certificates will enhance their profile to advance in life.
Ha office ya rona e batla go pentua kgosi. Re na le ngwana yo ka pentang. Ga re go tsaya ngwana go hukuntse. Re na le ngwana mo Lehututu yo ka dirang tiro eo. Ko sekolong ha go te fensetere thubegile re na le ngwana yo o rutilweng mo Lehututu yo ka tsenyang fensetere eo ke yone empowerment e leng gore puso ya re ke a e dira.
On other issues, Khositelo Muntsiwa, the third of Lehututu village, commended Ms. Monnakgotla for her continued advocacy of infrastructure development in their locality.
Bagaitso tautona o tlhalositse ya le gore ba le hatselela rona la Botswana gore a re changing dikakanyo tsa rona maikutlo le ditshwetso jaanong ke solela gore selo se ga se ka diragala ka moso re tla tswa re le tšhaba e botoka.
Ms. Monnakgotla pleaded with the awarded contractors to prioritize employing locals. Neo Mudungwa, Botswana Television, Lehututu and Tshane.
Water Utilities Corporation will bowse water for some villages experiencing shortage of water in the northeast. The short-term solution will be implemented while they await the completion of Francistown Water Master Plan. The affected villages include Matsiloje, Matsalagabedi, Tatisiding and Shashe Bridge, amongst others. This follows a consultative meeting with Water Utilities Corporation to find solutions to the problem. Bethany Mando.
Matsiloje, Matsalagabedi, Tatisiding, Shashe Bridge and Tladi are facing dire shortage of water, even though they are supplied from Shashe Dam, which currently stands at around 70% capacity. Moreover, Patayamatebeli, together with Matopi, all drinking from the well point, also adds to villages with water woes in the 30 constituency. Water shortage is at its peak, and the area MP, who is also the Minister for Education and Skills Development, left no stone unturned to find solutions working together with Water Utilities Corporation.
The people need to understand but then followed by unreliable supply of water. But on a short-term solution. Just that we sit together, the challenges tse leng gore di nna teng CS le modula setilo wa council especially mema Petsana since le modula setilo, they used to help us ka di Bauzara or the Eastern Corridor ya Masunga. Those are some of the issues we need to put our heads together. We pushed for JoJo's to be the villages in Tsenetseo. We need to look at Mitsene, can't we put JoJo's around for ere Mitsia Sansale teng home. But we're going to see.
The Khosi, councillors and VDCs shared their day-to-day water challenges.
Metsi ya ka so ya go Matsiloje. Gona le metsi a tswa mo nokeng a sielwa leruo. Metsi a tsena mo di reservoiring. Tse le di reservoir tse di butswe ga di a tswalwa. Ke gone go batho ba rona ba rwang teng jaanong. Tse le ga o ka o komela mo teng ke se mo sengwe mo lampelo ga go dilo tse leng teng mo teng ga di reservoirs.
A ga go kgonege mo nakong ya gompieno go ka nna le booster pump go tswa mo Francistown gore re phishetse metsi go dikgaolong tsa rona. Ka re go metsi e mengwe jaaka lutwa ke mo diwading tse dingwe jaaka lutwa ke thalosa ke re ga gona metsi go thelele ha metsi a ka kgaoga bone ba kgona tsa bo 3 months go sena drop e gorogang go bone.
Water utilities ne itse a mo go thafetse mme go ne go ntse go sena di-leakage tse di kana-kana.
A gona la ile information epe ba itsisang ko go rona, a gona la ile communication epe e ba e communicateang le rona. Up to now ga ke itse gore metsi mathata ke eng.
Water Utilities Corporation offered an explanation as to what could be causing this problem.
A re lebella toropo ya rona ya Francistown e le gore ya mamitsi ya rona ka bontsi tota mealo a teng ke ya bogologolo e le gore e mengwe ya teng ke ya bo di-70s. Ona le pipe ha di AC pipe e le gore mo ba hampe go ha e sa tlhole e dira ke yone e santse re e dirisa mo Francistown e leng gore ha gona le meduto mo Francistown e oketsegile jaaka e oketsegile yana metsi ha kgone go hitela sentle ko bo Matsiloje le bo Matsilagabedi jaaka re ne re twaetse pile.
In the meantime, WAC will bowse water for the affected villages while waiting for the implementation of the permanent water master plan. Bethany Mando, BTV News, Tatisiding.
The Assistant Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Ms. Talita Munnakgotla, has encouraged winners of Mr. and Miss RADP for Kalahari North region to be bold, assertive, confident, and to work hard to succeed in life. Ms. Munnakgotla said this in Hukunzi after a beauty pageant competition which was won by Ms. Tebo Thong and Mr. Karabo Jong Emmanuel Rapua.
It has been 10 years now since the Mr. and Miss RADP beauty pageant started to mainly be inclusive and recognize the various abilities of youth who are in remote areas. The main priority areas of the beauty pageant is to give contestants exposure and to unleash their potential and to affirm to them that being from an area far from essential needs should not in any way be an impediment to breaking through in life.
Re ba bone gore tota mme bokgoni jwa bone o ha kae talente ya bone e ha kae mme go phadisaneng ga bone ha lo ka bona ene mmabontle wa rona wa 2022 o go University of Botswana gompieno le ene hela jalo wa rabontle no itileng ene o itlhopetse gore o batla gore e nne morui o tla ba ya go sekolong sa borui.
Re leka go lemoga le go ipelela bontle. Re dumela gore through fashion show ya rona yana re ta go lemoga tsotlhe tse di supang bontle jwa batho le metse ya ko teng yana teng.
The winners of the pageant appreciated the opportunity and experience attained here and promised to outdo themselves at the national competition in Gaborone.
Ka gore ke ile ka nyatsa mme ke kgonne ka se leng gore ne ke se batlile ke kgonne go nna number 1 jaaka ra go dikgaisanong tse dingwe yana ke fila gore ke go oketsa se leng gore ne ke se shota
ke ra monana kana Motswana mongwe le mongwe yo nang go kgakajana le ditamelo ke re a re change maikutlo le dikakanyo le ka ha re dirang dilo ka teng.
Let's try by all means re learn from the mistake we had last time. We should have the score sheet sa last time where did we go wrong so that re bankanye ite rape kwa e be re ipankantse.
Winners of the competition pocketed 2,000 pula each and are expected to be role models and prove to their peers that where there is commitment and hard work, much can be achieved. Emmanuel Rapua, BTV News, Hukunzi.
Ntebogang Sebatlela is standing by to give us the latest in sports. Ntebo.
Hello, Komotso.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well.
Okay, thank you very much, my lady. Botswana Tonight Sports News is coming to you with me, Ntebogang Sebatlela. Starting off with the Botswana Premier League. In the Week 5 match results played this afternoon, 2 second-half goals by Denver Meyer and Abba Molobe helped Holy Ghost to come from behind to salvage a 2-1 victory over Police 11 to make it their first win of the season. Warabile scored for the Jungle Kings. In another league encounter played this afternoon, Masitauka also registered their first win of the season after winning by a solitary goal against Tafiku, also tasted their first defeat of the season. A game between Security Systems and Nico United was postponed due to floodlights failure at Lobaza Sports Complex. Meanwhile, defending league champions Jenen Galaxy walloped 11 Angels by 6-2 in another Week 5 league encounter played at Obed Itani Chulume Stadium tonight. Still on Botswana Premier League, an exciting and tightly contest is built for Dinaledi Football Academy Stadium as the two teams who are unbeaten in the ongoing 2023-2024 Botswana Premier League season, Matebele FC and Orapa United Lockhorns, aiming to maintain their excellent form.
NUB in the top flight league, Matebele going to the encounter with 10 points, having played 4 games, 1-1 draw with Security Systems in the opening league game, 2-1 win over Police 11, another 2-1 victory over defending Botswana Premier League champions Jenen Galaxy, and a 2-0 win over VTM FC. Kukansui, as the Harding outfit is fondly called, have been clinical in front of goal, netting 7 times and conceding only 3 goals. Orapa United on the other side are fourth on the log standings after 2 wins and 2 draws, are missing 8 points. Those Tertius who are still yearning to win their first Premier League title go into the game fresh from a 2-1 home win against Gaborone United. The Diamond Mining Town side had a steady away record last season, collecting 31 points from 10 victories and losing only 4 games. In other Botswana Premier League, Week 5 matches slated for Wednesday, Township Rollers will be looking to get back to their winning ways after Galaxy ended their winning start to the 2023-2024 Botswana Premier League season with a deserved 1-0 victory when they host VTM at Royal Area. To date, The Blues are the most scoring team in the Premier League, having netted 10 times and conceding only 2 to amass 9 points from a possible 12. In sharp contrast, Bafana Bafana are having a tough time, salvaging only a point from a possible 12, which left them seated on the 15th position on the log standing. BDF 11 travel to Palape to face another struggling side, Morupula Wanderers, at Palape Stadium. Currently, the Army side are the best defensive side in the league, having conceded only 1 goal. However, Matabele still need to polish their striking force as they managed to score only 2 goals. Bafana Bafana, who are yet to win a game in the 2023-2024 season, are 14th with 2 points from 2 draws and 2 losses. Kickoff for the 3 games is 4 o'clock. Gaborone United and Soa Flamingos wrap up the Week 5 games at the initial stadium. Since joining the top flight league, Bafana Bafana are still to win a game against Moakwelele. In the draws 4 meetings, Soa have drawn 2 matches and lost twice. Kickoff time is 7 o'clock. Khomzo Sefako, TV Sport, Gaborone.
Still in football, in the just ended game of Paris 2024 Africa Olympic qualifiers, the senior women national soccer team, the Maz, have been knocked out of the race after a 1-0 defeat against Tanzania in the second leg encounter. Today's results means the Maz have lost a 3-0 in aggregate after losing 2-0 in the first leg played in Tanzania last week. Tanzania will now take on Banyana Banyana of South Africa, who defeated DR Congo by 3-1 on aggregate. Now, let's take a look at the highlights of that encounter.
Kgathola bobedi a iphata ka diphuka ba etshetse mo go Hubert o bone motho be go te onside e be ba no sa ya ntlha ya motshameko ka le khare yona le sa bone go bua ka lone Aisha Khamis Masaka pizza rumo la ntlha mo mokotleng wa setlhopha sa the Mayors go kanyana ya setlhopha sa the Twiga Stars of Tanzania no ya keta pele phoso one mo le moragong la the Mayors fela ja ka no ntse o tlhalosa rra ba iphitlhela ba salla ko morago mo motshamekong polo go pere bone go tswa mo go thola gele a ba tsa kgwele thola straight to the goalkeeper le gale Magolesh santse le mo tshiamelong ya the mess tshameka le refilwe tla direng tota ke itimetse dithebe e be go tlhalosa gore a motshameko o tswalla o phepa bua jalo the referee ba ya ko pele setlhopha sa Twiga Stars ba e tsala mo monising wa no Masaka o boela mo go ena gape Atlant patla Atlant ba bola mo molagareng le ba batlile jalo Ostomia le gale ba tla koroma ka morago setlhopha sa Botswana ba boneta mo go entle wa the pass go tswa mo go ka dithebe tota be flaga sa la phapasela bana ba re tjabetse
la re tomo gone e ne le faul e leng go tipotsa gore a ka nne ke bua kgantele kere mo tshwara dithala o ka re o kgakala le go bona tiragalo ya ka o bona a beautiful strike e neng ke bua ka di-second ball wena
yeah, we knew it was going to be tough, but I think we applied ourselves. It's only that the chances then already created, we were unable to finish them and convert them into goals. But they're a strong side. You cannot take anything from them, but we gave them a tight game, which I thought if we could have found a goal, we would have maybe won the game. But you know, second half
I'm happy for this game. Firstly, I congratulate for our girls for what they did in this game. We was expecting a very tough game, as you see. The game was very, very tough, but all of our girls follow our instructive very well, and then we create one chance to score in the first half, and then we come back to play according to our instruction, and then at the end of the game, we are winner.
Meanwhile, the senior women national team head coach Mohambi Saulo says they have learned a lot from their defeat against Tanzania and will tap from the lessons as they take on Kenya in the 2024 Women Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers on the 27th of November.
You cannot be happy with a loss, but looking forward, we have another game here, Kenya Olympic qualifiers. I believe we have a strong team to qualify for the AFCON and probably utilize the to more especially when it comes to finishing, because that's where we have a problem. Like the last pass, ya gompieno ya ga Masego. That was supposed to be the ball e ka bore re sidile game ka yona. But we miss very clear cut chances tse e leng gore ka bore re di convertile.
Lastly, Lionel Messi is celebrating after being named Ballon d'Or winner for the 8th time, extending his own record for being named the planet's best player. The 36-year-old Messi, who is now with Inter Miami in Major League Soccer in America, had been seen as overwhelming favorite to claim the Golden Prize following Argentina's World Cup win in Qatar at the end of last year. Aitana Bonmati clinched the Women's Award, the Ballon d'Or Feminine. The midfielder starred for Spain during the Women's World Cup win, as well as playing a key part in Barcelona's incredible 2022-23 season, which included a Champions League final comeback win. The Club of the Year award went to FC Barcelona for the women's team, Barcelona Femen, and their achievements last season in doing a domestic league and Champions League double. Man City won the men's award after climbing a treble in 2022-2023. Erling Haaland's 56th goal for club and the country landed him in the Gerd Müller Trophy for top scorer, just ahead of Kylian Mbappe. We've come to the end of our sports bulletin. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you for staying with us. Back to my lady Komoto.
Thank you so much, Ntebo. Until we meet again tomorrow, have yourself a pleasant evening.
Thank you very much, my lady. Do have yourself a great night.
Thank you so much. That was Ntebo giving us the latest in sports. Let's take a final look at stories leading the way this evening. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi performs the groundbreaking of the Caracal Scientific Laboratory in Kasane. Voter registration for the 2024 general elections starts tomorrow. And in the Botswana Premier League season, Matebele FC and Orapa United lock horns tomorrow. PTV News, Ikanya Rona, hashtag BW Mindset Change. Up next is the weather update.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Samuel Ramotont. The following are some of the rainfall amounts that were recorded this morning at 8 o'clock. 48 millimeters at Matswiri Wildlife Camp, 41 at Kare, Primary School 38 at Pilutswana, Primary School 32 at Marikula, Primary School 30 at Toromoja, Primary School 13 at State House in Gaborone, 11 at Sekwani, Police 10 at Orapa Game Park, 8 at Dokhunye, Primary School 7 at Kazungula Police, 5 at Chadibe North Primary School, 4 at New Kade Primary School, 4 at Hamad Harris Farm, 3 at Radisele Primary School, 2 at Ramapatle Primary School, 2 at Sekhele Primary School, 1 at Kasani Airport Met, and drops were recorded at Koro Primary School. Well, the current satellite picture shows clouds are visible over most areas of the country, and there's a possibility that these clouds will thunder or shower tonight over some areas. As for tomorrow, cloudy conditions are expected over most areas of the country with possibility of isolated thunder showers in some areas. Fresh to strong winds are also expected tomorrow in some areas. In the morning, we're expecting minimums of 10 at Francistown, Slepikwe and Gaborone, 12 at Zabon, 13 at Tsani, 18 at Gansi, 19 at Mau and Kasane, 21 at Shakawe, 15 at Swapen, 13 at Maitengwe. In the afternoon, we're expecting mild temperatures over southern central and northeast with the maximums ranging from 23 to 25 degrees Celsius, but over northern central, Kalahari, southern southeast, Khatleng, Kweni, we're expecting warm temperatures in the afternoon with maximums ranging from 27 to 31 degrees Celsius, but over Hansi, Ngamelen and Chobe, expecting hot temperatures with the maximums of 35 degrees Celsius over most areas. And as for the fire report, these red spots over some areas at Ngamelen, Khansi and Kharhad shows wildfires which are currently burning in some areas. Even tomorrow, the fire danger index shows dangerous to very dangerous conditions over most areas of the country, more especially over the north and the western parts of the country. Therefore, the public is advised to handle fire with caution and to avoid starting unnecessary wildfires. Moving on with the weather forecast, let's have a look at some cities in southern Africa. Cloudy conditions are expected over Manzini and Cape Town, while over Appington and Maseru are expecting clear skies and partly cloudy conditions over Port Elizabeth and Johannesburg. Showers are expected over Antananarivo, Beira and Harare, partly cloudy conditions over Lusaka. Clear skies are expected over Windhoek. Showers are also expected over Luanda, while over Kinshasa, Blantyre and Dar es Salaam are expecting some thunder showers. That's the weather forecast. Have a good night.
Today marks a truly inspirational occasion in driving our national digital transformation agenda and delivering on the promise